Okay, so I've already moisturized my face. I am using the Innisfree, the Green Tea Seed Serum, which I love. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do is use the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. I really enjoy this product, and I've been mixing 1 drop of oil in with it as well, just to kind of give it a little bit more of, I don't know, a more natural sheared out look. Now I'm going to take a beauty blender that is damp, and I'm going to grab some of this product. And just kind of blend it in. See, with that drop of oil, like, it's so natural looking. It's great. Now the foundation is good by itself, but again, I kind of want something a little bit more, I don't know, something that looks more like my real skin, you know? I don't want it to look like I have something caked on. So yeah, this looks pretty awesome. It looks like my real skin, which that's the whole look I was going for. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and do my brows real fast. Now for the brows, I'm going to use 2 different products. I will be using, this is a brow duo, I don't know the name of it, and I'm sorry. It wiped off, but it's from e.l.f. and it's $2. And this is in the shade Taupe. So I will be using this to kind of fill in my brows a little bit. And then I'm going to take a brow cream. This is from e.l.f. It is the Lock On Liner and Brow Cream. It's in medium brown. So I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of that using a duo-ended brush here that's got like a slanted side and a spoolie. Now, whenever I use this, I wipe off the excess on the side of the jar, and then whatever is like left, I just kind of wipe off on my hand. That way I know that I'm not applying too much product. So I'm gonna go ahead and wipe it off on my hand here. And then I'm gonna move my mirror because that would be pretty helpful. Alright. Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and line the under part of my brow. And the top part, and fill it in a little bit. Use the spoolie end and just kind of brush that through to make sure everything's looking good here. I'm going to grab a little bit more product to do the tail of my brow. Like so. I'm going to go ahead and do next is prime my eyelids. I'll be using the e.l.f. Eyelid Primer in Sheer. Okay, so I went ahead and did this half of my face here. I'm going to go ahead and start on this side. Obviously the brow is done. What I'm going to go ahead and do next is use a concealer to kind of, I guess, give my eyelid area all the way to my brow, like a really nice canvas to work on. But if you're looking for like something similar to Painterly from MAC, or, you know, something to give you a nice base, this is really awesome. It's just, it can be a pain in the ass to work with. Okay, so I already have it applied. Anyways, now what I'm going to go ahead and do is take a liner, and I will be using, this is actually the e.l.f. Duo Sticks. I think that's what they're called. They're rather new, but it's a brown one, and it's an eyeshadow pencil, but I'm going to use the matte side. And I'm going to go ahead and apply that right along my lashes. It does not have to be perfect. In fact, I'm going to be smudging this out. It's just going to kind of help add a little bit of depth to the lash line. So I'm going to go ahead and take a little brush here. Just kind of blend that out, go to town. There's no rhyme or reason to this other than it's just going to help and make the lashes look a little bit darker. Like so. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to be putting stuff on top of it anyways. So what I'm going to go ahead and do next is take the Morphe palette. This is the Morphe 35W. And I'm going to grab a shade in here using a 217, so a 217 brush. The color I'm going to use is actually, it's hard to describe, but it's almost like a nude, like a creamy nude color with a little, like, I don't know, there's a little bit more brown than a skin tone shade to it. So it's really, really nice. I'm packing quite a bit on. This is going to go in my crease, from the inner corner to the outer edge of my eyeball. So don't be shy. It's cool to apply a lot of it. That's fine. We'll be blending everything out later anyways. So what I'm going to go ahead and do next is take a darker shade here. And this is a really nice matte brown. It's more of like a light brown. So I'm going to grab a little bit using that same brush. And I'm putting this on the outer edge, about halfway across my eyelid in the crease in the outer V. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take a Colourpop eyeshadow. This is in the shade Nillionaire, and I'll go ahead and show you. I've had this for a while. I think I may have used it for a tutorial a couple months back, so I'm not for certain if this is the one that I did use, but I'm going to use my fingers and grab a decent amount of this color, which is just beautiful, by the way. I'm patting that all over my entire eyelid. Now don't be shy with this. You're going to want to pat quite a bit on. So it's going to be all over my entire lid, all the way to my crease. And then I'm going to go ahead and take an eyeshadow from this Morphe palette. I'm going to go in with a really deep brown color right here that's matte. And for that, I'm going to use a 227 Luxe Soft Definer brush. It's kind of to the crease area. Going to kind of help blend that Colourpop shade in. And then for the highlight, I'm going to go in with the lightest color in this palette. It's right here. I hope you guys can see that, hopefully. And I'm going to put that on right underneath my brow. Now I'm going to blend it because right now it looks a little crazy. So make sure that they look even because it's kind of important, I guess. Now to finish off this eye look, I'm going to go ahead, at least the top lid anyways, I'm going to go ahead and grab another Colourpop shadow, and this is in I Heart This or I Love This. And I've had this for quite some time. In fact, it's starting to pull from the sides. But what I'm going to do is grab just a pinch of this, and I'm going to put it in the very center of my lid. When mixed in with Nillionaire, it really just catches the light and it just looks beautiful. I'm going to take a brown liner. This is from Stila, and it is Damsel. It's a smudge stick. I'm going to tight line using this. Now, I'm also going to line a little bit along my lashes. Not a lot, but just a smidge. I will be wearing some false lashes, so this is just going to help the transition. I'm going to take a pencil to smudge all of this. It's just a small pencil brush. And just smudge a little bit along the lashes. Now, I'm going to take that same liner that I just used, and I'm going to line my waterline. And I'm going to go ahead and put just a little bit on my actual, like, right below my lashes. And I'm going to smudge the heck out of that. So I'm going to take that same little brush that I used, and I'm going to be patting it into this dark brown that I used from Morphe. And yeah, we're going to be blending and smudging and all things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and use the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Mascara. I have hooded eyes, and sometimes when I use my lashes, it's kind of overwhelming. So I just went ahead and cut them a bit. Now I'm going to take some tweezers, and I'm going to apply these bad boys, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and applied the false lashes. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do next is conceal right underneath my eye, and this is actually going to help get rid of any like imperfections such as, I don't know, like veins or discoloration. And what I'm using, this is a new product to me. Now I know a lot of people have been talking about it, so I thought, you know, I'll just jump on the wagon. Why not? This is in Sand Sable. So this is, like I said, completely new to me. I'm going to take a little beauty blender, just a little micro one, and kind of pat that in. Now I'm going to take a beauty blender. This one is kind of damp. It's the one I did with my foundation, I guess. I used my foundation for this. So now I'm going to go ahead and take the e.l.f. Prime and Stay Finishing Powder, which, holy shit, this is amazing. This is amazing. I've already hit pan. I've never had a product less than a week and hit pan. Like, I use this religiously, like, everywhere. Dear Jesus, it is amazing. $2, and I'm using quite a bit. I'm going to go ahead and apply this right on top of that concealer. This is going to set my shit for the rest of the day. I'm going to go ahead and apply this everywhere, basically. It's going to set everything. It's going to make my foundation look flawless. Like, it has this, like, photo finish. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Now, I will go ahead and take a brush here and just kind of blend everything in before I apply the rest of my makeups. So, what I'm going to go ahead and do next is I'm going to apply some blush. I've got my highlight ready. For my contour, I'm going to use an e.l.f. powder in the shade Almond. So I'll be using that. And let me go ahead and get that brush ready here. So I'm going to go ahead and just contour with this because my bangs are like, anyways. So yeah, I'm going to just kind of contour and all that fun stuff, and I'm going to blend it all out a bit so that way it's not so harsh. And that's what this brush is for. Oh, my hair. Do you guys see this? Like, what the hell? Okay. Pfft. Silly hair. Okay, and then I'm just gonna, like, I'm gonna deal with this bitch real fast. It's, like, everywhere but where it really needs to be. Okay. Got it. And I'm going to go ahead and do my blush. For that, I've decided, since the look is kind of warm, which I really like it a lot, I'm going to go ahead and use the MAC Mineralize Blush in Warm Soul, and I'm going to put this shit all over my face. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to put this on my cheeks like it's nobody and their brother's business, because it is such a beautiful color, and I feel like it really warms up my cheeks. Now, I will be taking a highlight from Colourpop, and this is Smokin' Whistles. It's a Super Shock Cheek. So many S's. I'm going to go ahead and grab some of this bad boy, and I'm going to apply that to the top of my cheeks. I'm going to apply it right above my brow. What I'm going to go ahead and do next is apply a little bit to my chin, my Cupid's bow, and I'm going to go ahead and contour my nose first before I apply a highlight. And for that, I'm going to use that same powder from e.l.f. and I'm going to take a flat brush, grab some of that. I've already done one side, so I always feel weird. I'll do like one half of my face and then like half my nose is contoured, and then I'm like looking at myself like, what the fuck is wrong with my face? Anyways, so I'm going to take a brush to kind of like blend that out. I'm going to use my Sigma Precision Round P82, and I'm just going to kind of diffuse that a little bit. Bam! Take that highlight. Now, this is really intense, so I'm just going to use a little bit because it's easy to overdo it. And I'm going to just pat it on the very tip of my nose. And then I'm going to kind of pat upwards. There we go. Okay, so I finally decided on a color, and I'm nervous because I'm not for certain how it's going to look like with the eyes. I feel like it's a little bold, but I mean, you only live once, right? So why not? Anyways, I'm going to use my e.l.f. Undereye Hydrating Primer on my lips because that is a huge help for me. So I have applied that. Now I'm going to use a lip liner, and I hope that this is going to be a decent match. It should be. We'll find out. This is MAC's. It's a MAC lip pencil in Beet. So I went ahead and lined my lips, and then I kind of filled it in a little bit with Beet. And what I'm going to go ahead and do next is use Colourpop's More Better. I'm going to use a lip brush. I have a feeling this is going to be like, I don't know, a little bit bold. I mean, obviously, it's going to be bold, but every day is a new adventure, guys, so let's just see where this takes us. Oh, shit. This is very opaque and bright. Whatever. There's no turning back. I'm gonna just keep doing it. We'll see. Okay, so here is the finished look. I hope you guys have enjoyed the tutorial, of course, as always. And yeah, so let me know what your favorite Colourpop eyeshadow or lipstick shade is. If I have it, I might use it for my next tutorial. If I don't, then I'm definitely going to place an order for it. So thanks, and don't forget to like, subscribe, you know, all that jazz, whatever. The stuff that people do on YouTube. So bye, I'll see you guys again later.